When it comes to withdrawing from your retirement accounts, one of the biggest fears is getting hit with penalties. Whether it's a 401k, traditional IRA, or another retirement account, navigating the rules can be tricky, and the last thing you want is to lose a chunk of your hard-earned savings to unnecessary penalties. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to avoid those penalties when withdrawing from your retirement accounts, so you can take control of your wealth without the fear of losing a dime. Before we dive in, if you're serious about protecting your wealth, I recommend checking out the free Gold IRA guide linked in the description. Thousands of Americans are turning to Gold IRAs to safeguard their savings, and it's something you should seriously consider if you want a secure, penalty-free way to diversify your assets. Click the link now for more details. Now let's get into the meat of the matter. First things first, if you're under 59 and a half and you withdraw from a traditional IRA or 401k, expect a penalty of 10%. That's a huge hit, and it could really set you back. So, how can you avoid that? The key here is understanding your specific withdrawal options, and some of these options may surprise you. If you need to access your retirement funds before the age of 59 and a half, there are exceptions. One of the most common ones is the substantially equal periodic payments rule, or SEPP. If you start taking equal withdrawals over your lifetime, you can avoid the early withdrawal penalty. But it's important to note that once you start this process, it's set in stone. You can't stop or change the amount without triggering penalties, so it's something to think through carefully. Another option is withdrawing for qualified expenses like medical bills or paying for a first-time home purchase. These exceptions allow you to bypass the 10% penalty. But keep in mind, this only applies to certain circumstances. So if you're planning on pulling money for something like a vacation, the penalties still apply. Here's another mistake I see people make. Rollover confusion. If you're moving funds from one retirement account to another, like a 401k to an IRA, make sure you do it properly. You have 60 days to roll over the funds to avoid paying penalties or taxes, so don't miss that window. And one way to avoid tax penalties entirely is by moving your funds into a gold IRA. By rolling your savings into gold-backed assets, you protect your wealth and avoid unnecessary fees. Not only do you avoid penalties, but you also diversify your portfolio in a way that can outperform traditional assets like stocks. But what if you're already over 59 and a half? You're in the clear, right? Well, not necessarily. It's important to know that when you start withdrawing from your retirement account, it's treated as income. If you're in a high tax bracket, those withdrawals could push you into an even higher bracket, meaning you'll pay more in taxes. The best way to reduce the tax burden on your withdrawals is by strategically planning them, taking only what you need when you need it, and not all at once. Now, let's take a quick look at another crucial strategy: Roth IRAs. If you're thinking about withdrawing funds from a Roth IRA, there are some additional benefits. Since you've already paid taxes on your contributions, your withdrawals are typically tax-free, and if you follow the rules, you won't face any penalties. However, there are still a few guidelines to follow, so be sure you meet the 5-year holding requirement, especially if you're withdrawing earnings. Lastly, one of the most effective ways to avoid penalties when withdrawing from your retirement accounts is to consult with a financial advisor. These professionals can guide you on when and how to withdraw, ensuring that you minimize your tax liabilities and avoid any unnecessary penalties. But if you're serious about protecting your wealth and diversifying your assets, a gold IRA is a perfect option. Gold can protect your savings against inflation and market volatility, giving you more freedom when it comes to accessing your retirement funds. If you're serious about securing your financial future and protecting your wealth from market swings, I strongly recommend you check out the free Gold IRA guide linked in the description. If you have 100K or more in your IRA or 401k, or even 5M plus in savings, you'll want to see why so many retirees are turning to gold IRAs. Thank you for watching, and if you found this helpful, make sure to check out that free guide. It's time to take control of your wealth.